Our first guest tonight is a talented actor and Grammy award-winning hip-hop legend. He stars in Law & Order Special Victims Unit, now in its 24th season. You can see new episodes Thursday nights here on NBC and streaming the next day on Peacock. Let's take a look.
And by the way, I got something for you.
A bullet?
Same caliber as the one you got shot with. You have to own your trauma, or your trauma will own you.
Please welcome back to the show our good friend Ice-T, everybody!
What's up, Seth?
Thank you for spending your Halloween with us.
Well, this is not Halloween night. I definitely gonna go party later.
Okay, good. Yeah, that's for people watching. This is before the mayhem
Oh yeah,
starts.
this comes on later than when people get home.
Yeah, so they'll see you. Hopefully, they all when they're watching this, they should know that you're still out.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Last year, you and your wife Coco were Harley Quinn and the Joker. Very well done. Do you guys have plans?
Yeah, Coco's gonna be this vampire. You know, whatever she is, she's gonna be sexy.
Yeah.
So a sexy whatever. You know.
Right. Sexy vampire.
And then I try to match that up. So I'm gonna put on a cape and some teeth and a wig.
Seems like you put less thought into it. Is that?
Yes.
Yeah. But it seems, and it does. This is a situation where you follow her lead. Do you ever come up with it together, or do you just let her decide?
I let her decide. She usually pulls out about 4 or 5 different outfits, and then now we have Chanel.
Yep.
So it's a bunch of costumes going around the house during the week. And then when she picks her final one, then I say, okay, I can jump on.
Chanel 6. What does she want to be this year?
She went to school today. She was a princess, of course. Something they had to do something to deal with the Renaissance.
Okay.
So they had a theme, and then tonight she's going to be a vampire with the rest of them.
All right, so family of vampires. There you go.
Yeah.
That's nice. Do people recognize you when you're dressed as a vampire? Do they go, oh my God, that's Ice-T the vampire?
They definitely recognize Coco.
Yeah, that's true.
They put it together. Even when we're out, like, you know, like if we're out, if we're at the airport or somebody, they'll see her, and they look, and then they see me, and they go, oh, I should have known.
Yeah. Right. That's when you have the two together, then it's definite.
Yeah, exactly.
Can you tell now, you've been working on this television show for 23 years? Is that, because you came in season 2?
Came in the last episode of the first season.
Okay, gotcha. So you, technically you are in all 24.
Yeah, I'm claiming all 24.
Yeah, we'll give you the full 24. But can you tell now when people come up to you, do they whether they're going to be someone who knows you from SVU or someone who knows you from your hip-hop career or music career?
Nah, I can't tell my fans right now.
Yeah.
It's impossible because hip-hop's 50 years old.
Yeah.
Hip-hop has gray hair, so a hip-hop fan could be 70 years old. You could talk to somebody with a cane, and they're like, I used to break dance. You know what I'm saying? So hip-hop is embedded in our culture, so I don't know if I got a metal fan that I'm talking to. I don't know if it's from a film. I don't know. But, you know, I don't really care. If you don't like something I do, but you like something else, you still like a part of me.
Yeah.
So I'm cool with it. I really don't care. A fan is a fan, you know?
I think one of the things about SVU, yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. One of the enduring qualities about all the Law & Order franchises that people, you know, they rerun all the time, people enjoy them. They weirdly, even though it's, yeah, exactly.
You know
That's very comforting to you, right? Yeah.
When I first got on the show, I was doing movies and stuff, and I didn't understand residuals. And so the first year I did the show, and I'm like, I don't know how long I'll do this show. I don't know how long. And then my accountant showed me this number after a year, and I'm like, what's that number? And she said, that's residuals. Now, you don't make residuals from movies unless you're like Brad Pitt or somebody.
Sure.
You get it like $1 for a movie. So I saw the number, and I went from, I don't know how long I'll be on this show till I will be on this show till they throw my black ass out in the street. Because we're on Peacock, we're on TNT,
Yeah.
we're on now, right now.
Yeah. Are you upset right now that somebody's watching this when they could be watching you on SVU? Because you will not be getting the same residuals from this.
You know that blung blung?
Yeah.
We call that Dick Wolf's cash register. Blung blung.
Now, do you ever watch an old episode of SVU?
Not really. I usually watch the show when it first comes on with everybody else. What people don't understand is we shoot the show out of sequence. I'm not in every scene. So when they watch it on television, we're watching it for the first time too. You know, so I'm sitting there like, wow, yo, sometimes I don't really remember who did it. I'm like, yo, you know. Also, we shoot it out of sequence.
Yeah.
So we might shoot the court trial before we even figure out who to, you know, it's real jumble. But no, I can watch it once. You know, some people walk up to me, they go, yo, I've watched every episode 2 times. I'm like, we might need to investigate you. It's kind of a dark show.
Do you feel like people, like older people, use this show as a gateway to maybe introduce their kids to the fact that you had this hip hop career that a whole generation might not be aware of?
Well, thank God for YouTube. And the thing of it is, all of us that were involved with hip hop, all the people in the audience, 30, 40, 50, 60, they believe that they're cooler than their kids. See, that's the one thing hip hop did.
Yeah.
It made you feel like your kids are never gonna be as cool as you. So your kid comes in, oh, I like little this or little that, and you're like, hell no, Run DMC, watch this. This is what rap looks like, you know? And you don't know nothing about NWA. So our generation pushes our generation on the kids because we are cooler than them.
Yeah. The fascinating thing, though, which is...
Gotta get your Adidas on, kids. You gotta understand, this is what it is.
Isn't it funny, though, when I feel like when my parents introduced music to us, they never had to be like, oh, no, not this song.
Right.
Because that's with my kids. Like, for example, you mentioned NWA, and like, you know, that's what I grew up when I was driving to high school and driving home. And then I'll say to my kids, oh, you gotta hear this one. And then I'm like, what am I doing?
It's okay.
It's okay? All right,
okay,
we gotta push it through?
Because we're cooler.
Okay, great. I got it from the source.
It's okay.
This is your 3rd book, correct?
It's my 3rd book.
So this is a split decision. You wrote this with Spike. Tell us who Spike is.
Spike was my crimey. Before I got involved in music, I was in the streets. I was breaking the law. I was doing a lot of things that were going to end me up in the penitentiary. And there was a point in my life where I decided, you know, I'm done. I'm done. I'm gonna try to make this music. I'm gonna do something. Spike was trying to be a rapper with me. He went and did one more robbery and ended up catching the 36 to life prison term. So when he got out of prison, he did 26 straight. And when he came home, he said, I want to write a book. I want to write a cautionary tale that tells people that everybody in this room, you're one decision away from basically destroying your life, whether you're getting in the car with somebody drunk or we make so many decisions and just all it takes is one bad one. And this book right here shows you my trajectory, which I became Ice-T getting to sit on your show, and what he went through. And it's a cautionary tale. I think everybody should read it. They're gonna find something in it that's good for them.
Well, I really like the fact that despite those different paths, it's very nice that you guys came together to do this.
Yes.
And it's always nice to have you here sitting on the couch with us. Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
You guys, that's Ice-T. Law & Order Special Victims Unit airs Thursday nights here on NBC and streams the next day on Peacock. We'll be right back with John Irving.